What is going on, everybody? Demonzano here. Thank you so much, as always, for clicking on this video, and I'd like to say something real quick. For the entire month of December, I'm gonna try my best to review at least one Christmas movie a week. And for my very first Christmas movie review, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, which is Jingle All the Way. Now, Jingle All the Way is an old Christmas movie that came out around 1995, so I was probably about 4 years old when it was released. Probably about 5 or 6 years old when I watched it for the first time. But the main thing I vividly remember about this movie was how much I loved it. I wanted that Turbo Man toy so bad for Christmas, just like the kid in the movie. And my dad got me one. I was the happiest kid in the world. I'll never forget that day. So this movie definitely holds a special place in my heart. I can't wait to talk about it. So let's just get it started. Intro, please. So Jingle All the Way is a movie about a little boy who wants this action figure for Christmas. The action figure's name is Turbo Man. Turbo Man is all over the TV, movies, cartoons. He's the most popular kid's character in the world. And his dad forgot to buy that toy like he was supposed to a few weeks ago. So the father ventures off on this quest to find this toy and soon realizes that this toy is the hottest selling toy on the market right now, and it's impossible to find. Everywhere is sold out. People are losing their minds and acting like animals just to get their hands on one. And seeing how this all plays out and watching him go through all of these things that he has to go through just to get this toy is not only ridiculous, but it's hilarious. I'll talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger first. Now you have to realize before this movie came out, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the macho man of the movie industry. He was the Terminator, Commando. He was the one hunting down monsters in The Predator. And even though he was in The Kindergarten Cop, he was still a badass cop. But in this movie, he's just a dad. He's just a regular dad with a regular job. You're my #1 customer.
You're my #1 customer.
So for people to see him play a role like this was probably very odd at that time. People expected a certain type of film from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and when they got this, it wasn't received well by many critics. But over time, this film has gained sort of a loving audience. The more you watch it, and the older you get, and the more you see it for what it really is, you start to realize how great it actually is. Arnold plays the father named Howard, who spends a little bit too much time at work and misses out on a lot of important things with his family. And for that reason, his wife and kid look at him a little disappointed.
Don't explain it to me. It wasn't my karate class you missed.
Hi, buddy.
He also has the annoying neighbor who has the hots for his wife and is constantly hitting on her every chance he gets. So for Howard, getting this toy for his son is a redemption for him. It's important that he gets this toy for his son, because if he doesn't, his family's just gonna look at him worse than they already do. I think Arnold does a really good job at showing his vulnerable side here. He shows a lot of heart. The more I watch it, each time I watch it, I notice that more and more. Not only does he show his anger and his sad emotions when they're needed, but he's also really funny. This movie's packed with tons of hilarious quotable lines from him.
Put that cookie down now. He got you. He got you.
Oh, poor baby.
He did a great job at separating his Terminator badass persona from this father character. And because of that, I can take this father character seriously, and I enjoy watching it very much. Sindbad is also in this movie, and he's constantly in Howard's way of obtaining this Turbo Man doll. I really love the chemistry between the two of them, and seeing how they start off as just two strangers at a store there to get the Turbo Man doll, to two people that hate each other and they're fighting to get the doll first, all the way to the both of them actually seeing eye to eye and understanding each other, back to fighting each other and racing each other to get the doll again, and so on and so on, all the way to the end of the movie. It's a really fun roller coaster relationship that they both portray in here. And Sindbad's just crazy. He's always on edge, and you don't know what he's gonna do next.
I was just delivering some Christmas. Hey! Back up! This is a homemade explosive device!
I think he definitely adds value to the movie, and I love the way they show the reasoning behind the way he's acting. When you see that moment of him showing his vulnerable side, it's really heart touching as well. Now, where some movies mess up is when the plot sets an objective And in order to obtain that objective, you have to wait all the way until the end of the movie to see that objective completed. And everything usually leading from the beginning to the end of that movie is usually boring. But with Jingle All the Way, you don't have that problem. Yes, he does need to get that doll, and yes, you do have to wait to the end to see if he gets it or not, but all the way leading up to it, you get to see a wild ride of events that are just insane. From the time of him arriving at that first toy store and everybody going crazy to the point where he has a chance to buy a doll if he has one of those balls with a number on it, and then meeting the crooked Santa Claus and seeing his illegal warehouse, and also having a chance to win a Turbo Man doll by calling the radio station and saying all of the reindeers' names. There's so much stuff packed in this movie to where it's not possible to be boring. There's always something going on, and because of that, it keeps you entertained, it keeps you laughing, and it makes you want to watch it over and over again. But what I love most about Jingle All the Way is the heart-touching message that you get at the end of the movie, which is a father going out of his way and doing whatever he has to do to get this toy to his son because it's gonna make his son the happiest kid in the world. And his son thinks that having this toy is gonna make him the happiest kid in the world. When in the end, the kid realizes he doesn't need a superhero doll to make him happy because his father is the real superhero in his eyes. And that's really all he wants. Watching this movie gets me in the Christmas spirit, man. It's real festive, it makes me happy, it makes me laugh. And for that reason, Jingle All the Way is and has always been a Christmas movie classic. I watch this every single year and I will always continue to do so. My kids love it too, so hearing them ask me to play the Turbo Man movie again is pretty awesome. Do I recommend this film? Absolutely. Don't just watch it, buy it. If you have one of those Apple TVs, you can purchase it on there for like 10 bucks, or I'm sure you can find it at Walmart or Target for really cheap this time of year. Either way, check it out, watch it, and I hope you enjoy it just as much as my family and I do. That is it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the movie review. If you did, as always, please hit the subscribe button, give me a like, comment down below. Have you seen Jingle All the Way? What's your favorite Christmas movie? I'd really like to know. But like I always say, I have to get out of here, so I'll see you on the next movie review.